What are you doing?
That is, you did say.
Well, Diggs has since apologized to a reporter, saying his emotions got the best of him.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's good that we're talking about men having emotions, because I was told otherwise.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy said Cowboys players need to take the high road, though. So, Michael, do you think that Cowboys players need to take the high road? Did you have a problem with this interaction?
Well, I have a problem with the interaction. And yes, I mean, for the reality of what's the situation, you need to take the high road because you created the situation. So you can't get mad when somebody illuminates the situation that you created. And right now, you can tell that Trayvon Diggs, one of the best players in this league, is frustrated. Is frustrated with how things are going.
But when you say he created the situation, how did he create the situation?
They created the situation, the whole team, by playing this way. What do you mean? So all Leslie is doing is pointing out the small things, and that's what people do when you see this kind of issue and you playing this way. They got to go and break down every little thing to see what happened. Now, I want you guys to see this here. You see this play. I know you guys don't have a problem with what's happening here.
I mean, with Trayvon is on the top side shoulder.
Right.
He thinking the defender's going to get him. He slows down. Now he gets... I mean, what did he do that was so egregious? I don't understand.
Well, this right here, right. It keeps freezing right there.
Okay.
Right now...
Okay.
Wait, go. Are we on that freeze spot? I need, first of all, communication from that safety to Trayvon. Catch! I need him to flip and turn right then and go make that tackle. You'd have been a yard past the line of script, yard past the line of game right here if he did that. But he got all the way down to the 3-yard line. Right now, pass, catch. Let's turn and try to make that tackle. That's what
right there, you want him to come down toward the sideline?
No, I want him to come down now, but I really wanted him to turn around then and try to make a play, especially where this team is. You've given up so many of these. I want you desperate to see no more of them. Desperate to see no more of them. I want you communicating. Catch. Why are we still running? He can't throw. Kittle can't throw the damn ball again. Why are you still running with that dude?
You mean Purdy?
No, Kittle is who he threw it to.
Yeah, Kittle can't throw the ball.
Kittle can't throw it again.
Oh, yeah, I got what you're saying.
So flip hip and tackle right here. Flip hip and tackle. That's what I'm talking about. The high road is making sure that I don't go after people for calling out truth. Come on, man. I love Trayvon. I love him to death.
But see, I don't know that he can flip his hip other than... I don't know that he can flip his hip because the other defender's right there. He cut him off at the pass. All he did was went around and cut him off at the pass, Michael.
Because he didn't flip his hip and go for the tackle right then.
He's the last line of defense.
He became the last line.
I don't know if he could have flipped his hip right there, man. Right there, he could flip his hips and come down. The other defender's in front of him.
Listen to what you're saying, Key. What do cornerbacks work on every day? Flipping their hips.
Flipping his hips.
That's all he does. His whole day is flipping his hips. You flip your damn hips and make that tackle.
It looked like he was more so to me. It looked like he was loafing on the back end.
Yeah. But once it got down there, he can't come through the trash to make the tackle. But if he flip hips right now, he got a shot at making that tackle.
I don't even know if he know Kittle got the damn ball yet, Michael.
That's why I need communication. That's another problem the Cowboys are having. Lack of communication on the back end. Safety. Catch. Turn your...
His back is turned. How is he going to know that Kittle got the ball?
Because the safety is saying
catch. Well, maybe the safety didn't say catch.
Then that's also the problem.
That's on y'all. That's why y'all 2-4. Or whatever the damn record is. 3 and 4.
That's why the communication. That's what this guy's talking about. When I saw this, I said, yeah.
So what did the reporter say in the tweet?
We said something
about the effort, I think.
Yeah, he must have said something about the effort, and so Trayvon said, is that the only thing you saw on the play?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even be paying attention to what nobody tweeting out after the game anyway. Why are you going to the locker room?
That was quick.
That was quick. You ain't even got a chance to shower yet.
I wouldn't even pay attention. That's a mistake by Trayvon. He knows better than that.
Right, but it may also be a little peek into something that we can take from this. All of them, whoever you have in your ear that's bringing you all the mess all the time, get them out of your ear. You understand what I'm saying, Paul?
If someone
someone's sending you this, no one's saying he said this, he said this, get them out of your ear, man. Tell them, dude, I don't want to hear that mess. I got to focus on what I need to get done.
For me, the crowd noise never.
And that's a problem in Dallas. Too many people are in the ears of these guys.
Not only the crowd, like when I'm playing, but that's part of being the crowd noise. You know what?
The reporters.
The reporters.
Right.
That's part of crowd noise, and the crowd noise never affected me.
Right. Let it go.
Oh, you can't pay attention, and you just can't pay attention to what they say. Because Trayvon is, in all honesty, in both of you guys, and you know, it's Joy for being here. You can't pay attention to what people are saying because they don't really know what's going on, and it's only an opinion.
It's an opinion.
That's all it is. They have no idea what his responsibility is supposed to be.
Why are you paying attention to the negative? Are you paying attention to the positive as well? It shouldn't. You just can't ride those highs and lows.
But I think this particular individual, and this is only through hearsay, may have had these type of issues in the past with other players, so to speak. I mean, that happens a lot, where they get hot fingers on this social media, Twitter stuff, and they want to obviously insert themselves into hot topics and teams so they can also be recognized. And I think Trayvon Diggs probably had enough of it.
Well, Mike McCarthy talked about how today's athletes have a different challenge with social media. Do you think that athletes have it harder today with social media, Paul?
Yeah, it's more avenues to get criticism. You know, you're not only getting it from social media, friends, family. I mean, it's all over the place. There's so many different social media outlets, and we live on our phones. We live, eat, sleep, and breathe on our phones. First thing, I'm looking right here. Look at the breaking news. Something that happened a minute ago. It gets to us much faster. Like in my earlier days, when somebody say that, I might not hear about it until after the season. Oh, they wrote an article, by the way, on you, and it was this.
Right.
You know, now somebody say something, it instantly gets to you. So it's a lot harder. But then, this is my thing, too. You grew into this. A lot of the youngsters grew up into this.
They only know this.
Like, it's different for a player who came from before the social media, like, say, like somebody like LeBron, before social media to now. Like, and there's not many players like that. But when you grow into it, you should be used to it now.
I think it's just different. I don't know that it's harder. I think it's different because, again, if you are somebody who existed before social media, then you also remember that there was a time where the media very much controlled the narrative on you. You didn't have the outlets to come out and tell your own story. You couldn't have your own podcast during the season. You couldn't come out and say that's not actually what happened. This is what happened, or I didn't say that, we've already communicated this, or this is my real relationship here, like this isn't true. You did not have the ability to get your message out. And some guys' whole reputations were narrated by local reporters, beat reporters, or somebody had a vendetta with you and they could change the course of your career. So that was a different space. Harder, easier, I don't know, but it's just different.
I can get his narrative out because he wrote a whole book. He was the only one back then that could get it out. We couldn't do it. No, I'm saying you controlled your narrative early. You didn't let other people control yours.
That's very true.
But this time is different in this sense, and it's a great difference in the sense that I'm talking here. You know, before you would read the articles, but the articles written was not personal attacks, right? Because the only ones that can write commentary was like the columnists.
Right.
Everybody else had to write the facts.
Yes.
And keep your commentary out of it. Now everybody has commentary.
Everyone is a columnist.
And everyone is not just talking about your football. They're talking about your family, all the other stuff, your faith. All of it's in there. All of it's in there. Things that we didn't have to deal with, you didn't have. So yeah. And people talking about football, I can say, get out of here, won the game, whatever. You know, you can debate that. But when people start getting into your personal life and all that stuff and saying things, talking about your family, that's where what do you know? You just get caught up in that stuff, and it's different. It's different. You think you got thick skin, and then you start reading and hearing something, and them jokers funny out there.
I guess it's harder if you pay attention to it.
Right.
If you pay attention to it. See, when I played, we had newspapers. We had television talk shows. There's an NFL Countdown, my guy, Michael Irvin, and everybody else. So you see it. You always saw it. And sometimes it was critical, sometimes it was praising you. It just depends. But if you're paying attention to it and you're allowing it to affect you, then everybody's human. But if it's allowing it to affect you, then that's when you take it personal. And you worry about those things. You can't worry about somebody sitting on a couch who's Joe Schmo, who decides to push sin on Twitter or a writer who, you can't get caught up in that. You can't, because he does not know your responsibilities and what it is that you're supposed to do on the court, the field, or the diamond at all whatsoever. He just doesn't. We sit up here many times, we don't know what is really supposed to be. We think we know. We have a pretty good idea of what spacing's supposed to look like or who's supposed to run the slant, but we don't really know unless we in that room about what's really going on. So players should never really just like take it to heart. They just shouldn't.
Yeah,
you should never take it. It's like, man, I ain't got time to deal with this dude.
They can't be a problem when it's
like we have our show. If you ask me about these 4 people that's sitting up here right now, it's the best show in sports talk television, if you're asking me. Other people may not feel that way. But at the end of the day, I can't pay attention to them because they're not the ones writing the checks.
Well, they're also wrong.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.